I'm sitting in the most beautiful room at Element Tree Essentials in Asheville, and we just had an amazing rant about small towns and small businesses and the ability to survive when there is such a push for housing that local councils are neglecting economic development for small business. It's really expensive to have a small business in a space that is ground floor retail with 40 stories of density above, where the ceilings are often built too high and you have to actually heat those areas as well, so it's really expensive. Also, the push for density. When a developer comes to City Council and says, we would love to build this here, please adjust the zoning, we're going to build local artists, we're going to build public art, we're going to collaborate with the First Nations on this piece of public art, and all we want is 40 stories of density with ground floor retail space. And we don't need parking. We're going to have 6 bikes for that 40 stories of density, and we just can't add more electricity to the grid, so we don't need EV charging in there. And yeah, we only want to build 13 parking spaces, which is okay because it's really good for the environment. And it creates a disaster in small towns everywhere that bow to these crazy developers that really want only high density, no contribution because it costs them money. And the bottom line is the only thing that they think about. As well, social housing, building these 40-story, 60-story towers with using the facade of a heritage building, and then not giving at least 10% of the housing to social housing and affordable rents creates really horrible communities with, one ground floor retail space, no professional space. Professionals will have to commute outside of town to work, which means people have to commute outside of town for professionals. So city councils, if you're listening, remember to add multiple stories of economic development to your high density buildings. Don't give away public land for public art, and make sure that you leave enough room for community economic development for your citizens.